All right, here we are, day 5, and we are going to talk about your power hour. So, your power hour is the key to building your business because your power hour is a time of the day that you set aside to specifically work your business and to move your business forward. So, we call it the power hour because we highly suggest that you set aside 1 hour a day to do this. Okay, if 1 hour it seems like an impossible thing to find in your day right now, that's fine. Take 20-minute chunks at a time and really devote them to working your business and only your business. So the very first thing that I want to encourage you to do when you get started on your power hour every day, which don't worry, I will tell you what you can do during your power hour, and there will also be resources posted in this training for how to work through your power hour. Before you do that, the one thing I want to encourage you to do is before you start your power hour, turn off your notifications on social media on your phone, put it in airplane mode, and really turn off those notifications in Facebook and Instagram, okay? Because what happens is during our power hour, it's easy, because we do so much of our business on social media, it's so easy to get caught up in those notifications, and then we get distracted from what we should be doing. And the purpose of a power hour is it is a way for us, like I said, to move our business forward, and we need to stay focused during that time so that we can put our business aside for the rest of the day and live our life the rest of the time without worrying about our business the whole day, and still be growing our business behind the scenes throughout the day, even though we're not doing it throughout the day, if that makes sense. So I always tell people that there is no magic pill with our diet. There is no magic pill to build your business, okay? But there is a secret sauce, and that secret sauce is the power hour. It's showing up every single day, consistently doing the vital behaviors, okay, of inviting, being a product of the product, personal development, and recognition. It's doing those 4 things every single day in different capacities that's really going to move your business forward. So let's talk about the practicality of what do you do during your power hour. I like to tell my beginning coaches to kind of work through your power hour in the form of time. So set a timer, and I'm going to give you kind of a resource to work through your power hour in a timely manner. And then once your 5 minutes are up in a certain area, move on to the next thing. And then you can do more tomorrow. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to start with the very first vital behavior in your power hour. Number 1, you are going to work on inviting. So for 5 minutes, I suggest that you friend new people. My rule on this on Facebook is that I don't friend request people unless I see that we have 3 to 5 friends in common, because I just want to, since I'm posted about my children so much, I want to be careful about who I invite onto my friends list. So if it's people that I trust that are friends with them, then I will add them to my friends list. On Instagram, I just go through and I follow. I don't do as much personal stuff on Instagram, so I just go through and I follow. I follow about 10 people a day on Instagram at least. I would encourage you to do more if you can. But on Facebook, I friend about 3 to 5 new people a day, and that doesn't take very long. That probably won't even take you that whole 5 minutes. After that first 5 minutes, I take another 5 minutes and I start new conversations with people. So non-Beachbody related conversations. So I would go to people and I would maybe see somebody posted about their kid, and the kid had on a really cute outfit, and I would message them and say, oh my gosh, your daughter is so beautiful. How old is she now? I love that little cute little onesie she was wearing. Where did you get that? Okay, just starting conversation with people. Or if someone posts about their kid being sick, just reaching out and saying, hey, I've been thinking about you. How's your daughter doing? Or your son, or whatever. Okay, just starting Beachbody related conversations. Maybe it's those people that you've written down and tracked that you followed on Instagram and Facebook. Remember, you got to track it. And reaching out to them and asking them, how old are your kids? How long have you been a lawyer, or whatever it may be? Just starting conversations with people. So you do that for about 5 minutes. And this is where tracking people that you add is going to come in handy, because you can always go back and look through and see who you've contacted and who you haven't. Then I take about 10 minutes to follow up with previous conversations, because what you're going to find is over time, as you start these new conversations, people are going to be responding to you, and you need to take time to follow up and respond to them. Or you could be following up from conversations that people have just sent you through Messenger because they've seen your posts that you've been sharing on social media. Remember, we talked about that on day 3. So you're going to be getting all these messages back from people as you continue to continuously share and invite. So I take about 10 minutes in each day of my power hour to follow up with those previous conversations. Then I take about 5 minutes to invite. So this is when I specifically invite people to a challenge group or to coaching. Remember, track who you talk to. So maybe it's just messaging someone and saying, hey, you are doing such an awesome job. You're basically being a coach in this challenge group with me, and I love that. Have you ever thought about coaching? Or maybe it's reaching out to someone who posts about how they're struggling with going to the gym, reaching out to them and saying, hey, I saw your post about going to the gym and all that stuff, and I don't know if this would be a good fit for you, but I run online challenge groups every single month, and I'd love to help you have the accountability to work through your goals every single day. So I do that for 5 minutes. Then I do another 5 minutes of I plan out my 3 to 5 social media posts for the day on Facebook, kind of have a general idea of what I'm going to do. Sometimes I write out my posts of value in advance so that I've thought through them. I think through what I'm going to post on Instagram, and I plan that out. Then I take about 10 minutes and I post in and respond to my challenge groups. It is so important that you are showing up for your challengers every single day, because if you don't show up, they're not going to either. So just take time to be their biggest encourager, their cheerleader, and really make that happen for them and encourage them. Then I take about 5 minutes and check in with new coaches on my team, or old coaches that are not old coaches, but coaches who have been around for a while, see how they're doing. And if you don't have a team yet when you're starting, that's okay. Okay, take that time in your power hour to work on creating a list of your dream team, people that you would hope would join you on this journey. Okay, and just start thinking about that, and maybe start reaching out to them, just building relationship with them again, non-Beachbody related stuff. Then I take about 5 minutes and I check in on team pages. Maybe it's a training that I'm running, or maybe it's my own team page. Maybe it's a Facebook group that Beachbody Corporate is running, whatever it may be. I check in on those pages for about 5 minutes. And then I take 10 minutes at the end to do email or other messaging that may be coming in, or other things that I need to catch up on. It's really about that simple. So I just want to encourage you to take a look at the list that I'm going to post, that I like to give a lot of my new coaches, that talks about things to do when you don't know what to do during your power hour. Just go through and work on those lists. There's a daily option and a monthly option, things that you can kind of do to work through when you feel stuck in your power hour. But really, the power hour is meant to be a focused time where you're working on the 4 vital behaviors of inviting, being a product of the product, and doing personal development and recognition. One thing I didn't include with this particular power hour, the time-related power hour, is doing personal development, because I do that before I actually start my official power hour. But if you need to work that into your power hour, that's great too. But I would encourage you to at least be doing 10 minutes of personal development a day, whether it's listening to past national wake-up calls, whether it's digging into a book that your coach can recommend to you. Feel free to reach out if you don't know where to start. Books like The 10 Times Rule, The Compound Effect, Eat That Frog, The Miracle Morning, 6 Months to 6 Figures. Those are great books to keep your mind positive and engaged in personal development, so that you can continue to rock your power hour, feel confident in your inviting and running your business, and making your goals a reality. So I hope this was helpful. You can get started on your power hour today. The most important part about doing your power hour is planning when it's going to happen, because if you try to squeeze it in without planning, it won't happen. So I want to encourage you to sit down right now for the next week, plan out when are you going to be doing your power hour and working towards those goals.